The dog bit the man. Now consider, the man was bitten by the dog. The exact same physical event just occurred. But by shifting our grammar, we force the reader to look at the victim instead of the attacker. In grammar, this relationship is called voice. It is the structural form that tells us whether the subject of our sentence is actively doing the work or if it is passively having the work done to it. These definition cards lay out the precise difference. Active voice tells us what a person or thing does. The subject performs the action. Passive voice tells us what is done to someone or something. The subject is being acted upon. We are going to build a mental checklist that allows you to convert any sentence back and forth between these two states without losing a single original fact. By the end of this process, you will see that grammatical voice is a psychological tool. You use it to decide exactly where your audience places their attention. To convert an active sentence into a passive one, you simply execute a three-step flip. First, you swap the subject and the object. Second, you inject the word by. Finally, you adjust the verb state. This structural breakdown shows the physical swap in action. In the active sentence, Manika opened the door. When we flip it, the object, the door, moves to the very front and the original subject, Manika, moves to the rear. This list of rules formalizes that process. Rule 1 puts the old object in the driver's seat. Rule 2 drops the old subject to the back, preceded by. And Rule 3 converts the main verb into a past participle with a to-be helper. The absolute requirement for this to work is that the object from your first sentence must take complete structural control as the new subject. When people execute this flip, they frequently fall into a specific trap, accidentally changing the timeline of the event. They swap the subject and object but lose track of when the action actually happened. This comprehensive matrix maps out how to prevent that timeline shift. The primary tense must remain locked in place. The only thing that changes is the auxiliary be verb, which adjusts to match the new structure. Look at the present simple row. I make a cake becomes a cake is made. The action is still happening right now. Down in past continuous, I was making a cake shifts to a cake was being made. The continuous past action is perfectly preserved. Now let's reverse the process. If you encounter a passive sentence, you can undo the structure to uncover the original active doer. The mechanics are simply the core flip. Run backward. Swap the subject and object, delete the word by, and strip away the helper be verb. Let's test it on the phrase, the cake was baked by her. We move her to the front as she. We drop by and the helper was. We are left with the active root. She baked the cake. Every passive sentence is built from a specific active root. Because the rules of conversion are symmetrical, you can move between these two states in either direction with total precision. So far, we have worked with clear subjects and objects. But imperative sentences, commands, lack a visible subject. For strict commands, we use the let protocol. We place let at the beginning, insert the object, add the word be, and finish with the past participle. Shut the door becomes let the door be shut. If the command is a polite request starting with please, the structure softens. The sentence please go there drops the word please entirely, swapping it for the new phrase you are requested to go there. The final and usually trickiest hurdle is converting interrogative sentences, questions, without getting mentally tangled in the structure. We solve this using a three-step trick. Step 1. Temporarily convert the question into a statement. Did you see the man? Becomes you saw the man. Step 2. Make that statement passive. The man was seen by you. Finally, step 3. Flip it back into a question. Was the man seen by you? Edge cases do not break the rules of voice. They simply require a different architectural entry point to execute the exact same structural flip. Let's log this in with a quick recap. Swap the subject and object, insert by, and keep your verb tense anchored. Now it is time for a stress test. You have 5 seconds to mentally convert 3 different sentence types into passive voice. Question 1 was our standard sentence. Alex wrote a letter. The correct passive conversion is a letter was written by Alex. Question 2 was imperative. Obey your teacher. Following our edge case rules, this becomes your teacher should be obeyed. Question 3 was interrogative. Do you see the bird? Using our three-step trick, we arrive at is the bird seen by you? Notice that the auxiliary verb is perfectly matches the present tense of the original question. Mastering sentence voice gives you the definitive ability to control the narrative spotlight, deciding exactly who and what your reader focuses on in every single sentence you write.
We hope you have understood the topic well. For more content, explore EduRev app.